Emotions Matter is a safe and comfortable space where members are welcome to share their feelings and gain inspiration from others. There is a sense of community and belonging that our members say they have never felt anywhere else before, and we are happy to bring that to you today. We are inclusive and non-judgmental. We are proud to make our members feel accepted, validated, and supported. In lieu of our annual walk, which usually happens in New York City, we have transitioned to this virtual platform to bring you more entertainment, inspiration, support, and education, and to connect people globally. We hope this will exceed your expectations. Going into this, we wanted to share as much as we could with our BPD community. We had no idea how special this event was going to turn out to be. The willingness of our volunteers to join in presentations for you is unbelievable. We are so proud of our Emotions Matter family. And now I'd like to introduce you to our Executive Director, Paula Tusiani-Eng.
Thank you, Rosa. It is so exciting to be here today for our first virtual conference. As Rosa pointed out, we are a peer-run, family-run organization. That means that a majority of our board members and volunteers have lived experience of BPD as family members or individuals. Our passion is personal. No one has to tell us what BPD is like. We've all experienced it. We've all lived it. We know what it's like to suffer intensely with scary feelings and thoughts. And we know what it's like to see others, people that we love, suffer. We are here today because we believe that nobody should go through BPD alone. Hope comes from connection, meeting others who understand and can support on the journey. Hope comes from education, receiving stigma-free information about BPD and its treatments. Hope comes from advocacy, speaking up for one's recovery needs to move forward. Hope comes from empowerment, getting involved to help others. Meeting just one other person with BPD can and does make a difference. Let me share with you a message I received recently from Liz in Florida, who attended our support groups over the past year. It illustrates well that connection is the catalyst for moving forward on the road to recovery. Here's what Liz shared. I went online searching for support for borderline personality disorder, and nothing would come up in my Google searches. Then I found Emotions Matter, and I started attending online support groups. I didn't know what to expect, but was looking forward to meeting people like me. I had never been around other people with BPD before. Even though some of the group attendees were younger, I could relate to their experiences. They talked about treatments I didn't know about, like dialectical behavioral therapy, DBT. It made me realize that I had been with a psychiatrist for over 20 years who wasn't helping me move forward in my recovery. The meetings gave me hope. I started going to a new practice that specializes in BPD. Now I am doing CBT and DBT, and I realized for the first time, I am beginning to feel happier. This is the work we do at Emotions Matter to help people like Liz. We offer up to 6 peer support groups online a month. We also have publications, videos, and offer educational workshops about BPD to help people feel less alone and more informed. Sometimes people are stuck, but they're not sure what step to take next. We help them connect with others who understand in a safe, judgment-free, stigma-free setting. Sometimes, with support and resources, they're able to figure out what they need to move forward on the journey. Recovery from BPD is often not a linear path. People with BPD do describe it as indeed a journey that sometimes goes up and down and even sideways or diagonal. We're here to help people on that journey and find their path forward, whatever that path may be. There are many real-world barriers that we know exist, which people with BPD face every day, that can interrupt one's ability to recover. Geography, family or social environment, health insurance, economic class, culture, religion, race, gender, sexual orientation. These can all affect access to care and support. And there is not enough research or understanding about BPD and how these variables can affect suffering. This is why I am delighted to introduce the theme of our conference, Understanding Borderline Personality Disorder from Diverse Perspectives. Over the next 2 days, we invite you to get connected, like Liz, to others who understand and will share their wisdom with us. We have more than 45 speakers with lived experience of BPD who will be presenting alongside professionals to give voice to their experiences on important topics related to recovery. They are all volunteers giving up their time on this beautiful spring weekend to share their journey with you. To our volunteers, we thank you. We thank you for your courage, your commitment, your time, your leadership, all of the effort that you've put into preparing for this conference. We would not be here without you. We also have some amazing plenary speakers, exhibitors, conversation cafes to learn about the underserved communities within BPD. And finally, we'll learn to celebrate BPD and the talents of those in the BPD community through theater, the arts, music, and writing. We hope that you can take advantage of our jam-packed agenda and get connected and informed. We invite you to visit the info desk for more information about Emotions Matter or for technical support articles, which you can read. For technical support, we invite you to connect with Jeanette in our lobby chat, who can direct you to use the platform Accelerants. To connect with others, you can toggle on your personal profile at the upper right of your screen. When you go to your profile, you can manage your settings if you'd like other people to connect with you throughout this conference, and you could fill in your own personal information there. And you can visit our expo for more resources about BPD, and you can go to our sponsor booths and learn more about our sponsors. You could click on free resources within each plenary, panel presentation, and conversation cafe, and you can download them through the links or the downloadable uploads on the bottom of your screen. At this point, I would just like to share our sponsors with you, and I'm just going to go to our slide deck so that we can also review our community guidelines before we begin. Okay, so we jumped into the virtual conference on the virtual conference bandwagon about 6 months ago when we were trying to pivot during COVID and said, how can we take what we do and make it more accessible to the community? Because we know that our community really needs support right now and information in this time when it's even harder to access mental health care. And we did this with some trepidation because we weren't sure how we were going to finance this event. And so I just want to start by saying I am deeply grateful on behalf of the board of directors for our sponsors that are making events like this possible. Because of the generosity of our sponsors, we have been able to offer free tickets to those with lived experience to this event throughout the weekend. So we thank our sponsors for that. It would not be possible without their funding of our programs like this. And our platinum sponsors, New York Presbyterian Hospital here in New York City, and the Francesco and Mary Giambelli Foundation. Our gold sponsors, Wolfpack Marketing, Kirkland Risk Group, Melody Benefits, the Fish Group, and Eastern Services. I'd like to just go over Emotions Matter philosophy. Emotions Matter strives to create a safe, judgment-free space for people with borderline personality disorder. We accept that there's a spectrum of experiences within the BPD community. We honor where people are on the journey without judgment or assumptions. We encourage people to define their own recovery path toward recovery. And we speak as experts of our own lived experience, not as medical experts.